Hey everyone, welcome back to Empire Build Academy. I'm Fabian, and this is me explaining how I got it so wrong with the Empire Build Academy. Now, when I first started out on the Empire Build Academy, I started out with the website. I was doing some guides, got my Clash of Clans, Ebony, all that kind of stuff in there. And the idea was I was doing this nine-step process so that we could all learn and get better. It was a beginner's guide, a construction guide, a research guide, troops guide, frequently asked questions, a heroes guide, defense, attack, and then finally events. And it was a great idea. I was really looking forward to it. Been playing these games like Ebony for a very, very long time, and that was absolutely what I was going to do. The problem is that as I was starting getting through this and I was doing all the different events and I was doing all the different attack methods and generals and all that kind of stuff on Ebony, and then I was putting all these onto the website. I was getting some really good interaction from you guys out there. It was all going really, really well. And then I made an absolute mess up of how I was doing things. So basically I was going along nicely. I was doing all the right things. I was uploading all this kind of stuff. And then I'd done the beginner's guide for Ebony and a few other games. So again, I wasn't expecting too much in return to that. I understood how the process works. But the problem was when I went to Ebony and then I started doing the construction guide, which is this one here. The idea was that I was going to do one great big video just explaining all the buildings, and that would be it, and then off we go. And that's exactly what that is there. It's an Ebony buildings guide for all the buildings, nice and simple. But then I started thinking, oh, well, actually what I could do is I could break this down by the individual buildings, which that is there, subordinate city. Then I'd put a little description underneath based on the video I'd done. I'd done the same with the warehouse. Again, underneath there would be a little bit explaining from the video what's going on. And it was in my head, this was a really, really good idea. I thought it was a really good way to get all the different buildings listed on the website, but also giving a very quick 3-4 minute video overview of that building. The problem is I was doing it via YouTube. So I was doing the building barracks. I'd do an overview of the building for a YouTube video. I'd put it onto YouTube. I'd then take that transcript, turn it into a blog post, and then fill in the information here. The problem is you guys, understandably, don't need to know that information. The only place that information is needed is on the website for when someone comes here and clicks on Ebony and wants to know the building's guides. You guys don't want to know how the barracks works, which is completely understandable because you already know how the barracks works. You already know what it's all about. The people that need this is the absolute beginner who's never played Ebony before. And then because of this, all of a sudden, I'm going from all the views on the early videos, which were touching decent numbers. They really were. And you're going to see exactly now on here when I go all the way down. You can see I'm hitting the thousands, I'm hitting the 2000s, I'm hitting the 900s. It's all going well. Best range, general, storm ruins, battlefield. K didn't get so many, but it's okay. Free premium general got 3,900. Lots of comments, lots of interaction. Exactly what I wanted this channel and my website to be all about. Us all helping each other, getting ahead and understanding the game that we're playing. Not just Ebony, but other games as well, because there's quite a few out there and I enjoy playing a few of them. And I was also going to do some of the newer games. The thing is, you can see here with these 1,900, as soon as I jump onto, and let's get into it right now. So I've gone, again, Rise of Kingdoms Buildings Guide, 144 for a whole overview, not a problem at all. And then the mistake happened. The live streams understood, and there we go. Learn Ebony in minutes pasture, 136, 72, 71. Randomly, subordinate cities had 307. I'm not really sure as to why. But again, look at the numbers drop, and it's so obvious. And I can't believe I didn't notice it earlier that this is not what you guys want to see. Understandably, you want to know how to play the Wishful Windmill event, which is a video that I've just done. That actually, when I did it, I didn't even know some of the stuff in there myself. So I was kind of glad that not only did I do it for you guys, but also it actually helped me out as well. So that is the mistake I made. Empire Build Academy is a tutorial. It's a guide. It's an understanding. It's a community where we can all get together and understand all the different events, all the different ways, all the different attacks. That's the way the website website's going to work. That's the way the forum will work when I start getting all the stuff done on there. And how I didn't notice straight away, I mean, if you go back to what I was doing, none of them reached 100. And I still continued to do this. I still continued to break down 30 different buildings on Evony. I then just decided to do the same thing on Age of Empires because I thought it was such a clever idea. It genuinely wasn't. But the reason I was doing it is because I was adding it to YouTube. I was turning that into a blog post and everything was all working fine. Then I thought about it yesterday. I thought there's got to be a better way to do this. Someone had actually made a comment on one of the videos. I don't need to know this. And it was absolutely right. I knew you didn't need to know it. It's just I sort of jumped into how I was doing things and sort of got led down a path that I didn't want to go. Then I started looking into it. And you may notice now that on these videos, we have a change because now I've unlisted them. So now all I'm going to do is I'm going to still do those videos because I still want them for this part on the website. I still want those barrack videos for the newbie, for the person who hasn't played the game. I still want that quick 2-minute, 3-minute, 4-minute video overview of that particular building. So if they don't want to read it, they can watch the video. The trick is, and going back to the YouTube over here, the trick is that I just need to keep making these unlisted. You guys don't need to see them. You need to see the new general that's coming out on Evony, and there'll be a new one tomorrow. I'll do a video on it. It's absolutely fine. But all these other ones that I was messing up the channel with, blocking the good information that you sort of had to sift through to go and find, that's not going to happen anymore. So it's just explaining about how I lost the focus on TIBA. I didn't notice what I was doing, and now absolutely 100% it's about getting back to it. I'm just making these thumbnails on Meta if anyone wants to know how I'm doing them. But yeah, that's how I'm going to do it. I'm going to get back to it, and this is what you can expect going forward is quite simply what I was doing before. And going back to Evony, that's what you can expect to see on these different videos. So tomorrow I will do the new general for Evony, of course, but then I'll start jumping into whatever events come out tomorrow. So when I'm in the event center, it might be Giant Wisdom's Temple, although there's some videos that just don't need a description or a video to go alongside it, and this is one of them. But ones that do are videos like the Sea Rush Challenge. It's one of those that people don't understand, they don't know what's going on, they don't know the best way to do this. Same with the expedition. That's another one. What are the best ways to do this? What are the best troops to use? What are the best buffs to use? Is there anything I'm missing? And that is what I'm going to go back into for Evony and all the other games, Age of Empires Mobile, which I'm currently playing at the moment. You can expect to see the information that's genuinely going to help you going forward. Genuinely going to help me going forward. As I said, I don't just make these videos as a guide for everyone out there. I make these videos as a guide for me as well, because as I'm making them, I'm learning new things, not just from the research that I'm doing, but also from you out there as well who fire back at me and say, oh, actually, you're wrong on that. Oh, actually, you can do this different. It's all help, which is going to go towards my aim and ambition for TIBA and the website, which is a guide for all the different mobile strategy games on here. So I'm absolutely going to fly forward now with doing all those buildings as a hidden video that will then be on here. So I still do it via YouTube. It's just that I'm going to unlist them so that you guys don't have to watch them and see them and have it messing up the channel in terms of all these videos being listed amongst everything else. So that is what you can expect going forward. I'm going to go back into doing what I was doing before, where I was doing all the different guides. So I was doing beginner's guides. I will do a research guide. I will do troops guide. Let's talk about the best troops. Let's talk about the best generals that work with them. Let's talk about the best heroes. Who should I be using as a ranged attack general? Who should I be using? Ground troop general. Wall generals is a classic. Everyone wants to know who is the best new wall general and what is the best way to use them. What is the best assistant to use them with? Let's talk server versus server and how things work on there. So this is what you can expect going forward. I'm going back to what was working in the first place for everyone, including you, including me, and including the TIBA brand, the Empire Build Academy. So this is kind of an apology for sort of losing focus on what I was doing and how I was doing things, and a reassurance that I'm going back to what was working and what is important for the channel and for the TIBA brand. If you have any comments or you have any ideas or information that you would also like to provide, maybe there are some ideas that you think could be useful for the channel or for the TIBA website, then please do let me know in the comments. You can also message me, Fabian at at empirebuilderacademy.com, and I will look through all those. I will definitely take them all on board. But that is it for this particular video. The channel is going back to what it was all about in the first place, which is providing guides, tutorials and tips for all these mobile strategy games out there. Thanks for watching. See you in another video very soon.